Cosmic here, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be unboxing set 1 for Star Wars Unlimited, Spark of Rebellion, and just the one box. I did do one off stream already, so I'll have some thoughts about that I'll share later. But if you're new to the channel, or maybe you just missed my 2024 recap video, there's going to be a number of trading card games coming out this year that I am really excited for, and that I at least wanted to do a box opening, a gameplay video, and a meta recap, just for the sake of, hey, we've been celebrating almost 10 years of card games on this channel, and I have all those old playlists still up. So a little bit of TCG archive, as it will, for YouTube. So if you're watching this now or maybe sometime in the future, I hope you'll enjoy it. But let's get right into it. So yes, this is Fantasy Flight's game trying to redeem themselves, right? So if I say Fantasy Flight game, and if you had spent any amount of time talking to your LGS owners about this game, you might already know that they don't have a good rep. They, in fact, have such a terrible rep that a lot of stores were not all that hyped to carry this game. However, I should say at first, Fantasy Flight Games has done a lot of work to kind of repair, if you will, their community brand and just their willingness for stores to carry their game, because they're being a lot more open. There's some great stuff that's announced for this game, and just overall, a lot of faith that's hopefully going to be restored by doing well. So we have to wait and see. Fantasy Flight Games has a lot of big promises for this game. They have been doing a lot of communication to, again, build that faith. So I think it does have a good future. That's the whole reason why I'm deciding to cover it and just put it out there, and for others that might be excited for Star Wars and want to play a good game. This is one that I am currently playing at locals and having fun with. Again, not something I have the full time to devote for the channel, but something that I'm having fun with personally. So really quick look here at just the pack overall, if it gets in focus. There you go. There is the contents as well. And then also it is a paper pack, which is really nice. Flesh and Blood started doing this more recently, and it's obviously just a lot better for the environment. It's a little weird to open, especially if you're used to all the foily goodness. So with that out of the way, we're just going to dive right into this. And, I'll talk about some of the stuff as we're going through it. Oh, there's a there's a hyperspace right behind it. And just go over some of the card art thoughts and all that good stuff. So in this game, you have a leader card, which has the two symbols on the side. And I won't go too much into it. For those that want a how to play video, go check one out by the one I'll link in the comments. It's definitely the most viewed one, and one I'd very strongly recommend by the main deck guys. And you can see here it has two sides. So you do get to flip it into play, which is really exciting. So your leader is kind of like, if you think about Commander and Magic, it's something that helps you deck build in terms of what you want to have in your deck, and then also does become a unit once per game. Now, the Hyperscapes are something that are going to be about 2 and 3 packs is the average, and they have a bunch of upgrade considerations, but Hyperscape just means full art in this game. Now, there can be full art, there can be foil, full art, and then full art foils. So every single card, other than the leaders, which have just the full arts and showcase, can actually come in 4 different ways. So if you are a completionist and want to get 4 of every card, and then 3 of those 4 because it's a play set, you have a long way to go. So again, we are just going to kind of be going through this, and I'm going to put this all in a pile, I guess, to sort later, but going through just showing off some of the various artwork. And I will say, I know a lot of people are either you love it or hate it, because it's definitely going for a more nostalgic value. And again, feel free to stop the video at any point as we're going through this. Oh, there you go. There is another Hyperscape that we have. So Disarm, this is a non-foil common. Put that to the side just for collection purposes. But, honestly, I wasn't a big fan of the artwork at first, but it's definitely grown on me. And also the Hyperscapes look absolutely gorgeous in person. And for our first rare, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the foil, which is 1 per back, the Snowtrooper Lieutenant. I'm going to put that off to the side. The one thing I will say is, I feel like it's, now that I'm finally looking at this a bit closer, it's like I really thought they were going to be rainbow foil, but it's more of like a flat silver foil almost. It's really hard to kind of see it there, but just to give you an idea of, the foil, the Hyperscape, and then hopefully we will get, or I will say you'll at least get 1 foil Hyperscape in the box. It's just, is it going to be common, uncommon, rare, things of that nature? We'll have to wait and see. So here again, I probably should put these sideways, my bad. I just bent the bejesus out of that card, right? So we have the director, and then you flip it over, you can see the leader now. I think it's actually the second one of this. Like, I got this in the other box as well. So again, the normal leaders compared to the full art versions. They're pretty nice. Again, I gotta say it's nice that these are more common because they do have a showcase version, which are alt art and full art and foil and gorgeous, which are 1 per 12 boxes, which is 3 cases if I remember correctly. It's 4 boxes in a case, but again, I really do love the full arts on these. And then of course, every pack also comes with the base because that is important for limited, but we don't need that. So that is just gonna go right off to the side. And again, just kind of keep going through these so you can check some of the art. So in terms of what I'm going to be playing, I got to give a shout out to TD Tada. You might have seen some of his versus videos on YouTube already. Friend of mine from a lot of card games at this point. He's been doing a lot of versus video. He's very all in on this game, and he sent me a list to check out. So there is going to be the Sabrine aggro, and then also a control style. Oh, there we go. There's one of our legendaries. So you can see down here in the bottom is the rarity. That L means legendary, and you get 3 in a box. If I remember correctly, I'm not that excited to open this one. I forget what some of the other ones I'm looking at that are not in my direct decks, but again, something that's hopefully going to be good trade fodder, all the same. And then we have our foil in the back, which that game I played a couple pre-releases, and that card just absolutely won me games. I just played like a low to the ground IG. Could not have timed that better. I played a low to the ground IG88. That's how it happens in real time sometimes, folks. Which was just like spam low body guys. They get raid, which is when they attack, they get +1, and you just go low and get them dead that way really quickly. So just kind of like your red deck wins style of game plan. Now that said, again, I am going to be playing an aggro deck that I will be looking forward to, but I was trying to build, the way I am approaching this game personally is that I bought like the double deck box, which I've tweeted about, I've shared on Facebook and stuff. And the Game Genie boxes are very, very nice for this game. And because I bought the 2 liter one, it's going to be nice just to have this game sit on the shelf. And anytime I want to play or show others the game, if they want to do like a demo, it's always really nice to have 2 different play styles. So there's Lando for our rare. So I figured an aggro deck and a control deck was kind of the way to go. So I picked those 2, and we're gonna see how it goes. Of course, I gotta wait to see if I can finish it, because I'm as someone who didn't like really look into the meta and look into like what people are excited about. I'm like, okay, here's the legendaries I'll pick up. It's, you know, I wasn't really giving it much thought, and then everything will be fine, right? Little to my surprise, now it's like everyone and their mothers wants Vader, because Vader is just a very good card, and hopefully we pull one. So I'm not sure how soon I'm going to finish the control deck. The budget, the aggro deck is basically a super budget by comparison. Oh, there we go. There is another Hyperscape, another card that helped me out greatly in the pre-release. Put that off to the side. But something that will build up over time, because I do have to go back to the Shadowverse Evolve, which is something, of course, I'm also playing, and that's something I have to. Oops, and the foil in the back. I have to go pick up the Alice's for. So, spoiler if you're new here and still watching this, and you're not skipping ahead to like the hits at the, or what have you. I do play a lot of card games, and I will be traveling hopefully at some point for Shadowverse Evolve this year, but we have to wait and see what that is actually going to look like. So, again, really excited to see hopefully some legendaries. Again, it's supposed to be 3 per box, and we already got, wherever I put it off to the side, let's not get that off camera. Boop. There's our legendary. And we have 2 more that are coming in the box. So overall gameplay style, it is a, simultaneous turns. Oops, did I grab 2? I don't think I grabbed 2 there. We have our siege tank. So I take an action, your opponent takes an action, and it's that back and forth that I really do love. It's something that I played Star Wars Destiny K2SO back in the day, and it was a lot of fun. So it's nice to see this gameplay come back and also still be Star Wars. Like, again, I'm not admittedly the biggest fan of Star Wars, but growing up, I watched all the movies, right? Like, I'm one of those guys that, anytime there's a new movie, except like the newest trilogy, I still have not watched it. Or I haven't watched the last 2 of it. But it's something that I will eventually go back and watch, despite how much people were hating on it early on. And I'm going to just start skipping the leaders here. But it is something, again, that I grew up with. So at least for me, and this kind of goes back to the art comment that I made earlier on, is that I know a lot of people weren't super excited about the artwork at first. But now that I'm seeing it in person, now that I've gotten to see some of the, again, hyperspaces, which are the full arts, I'm just going to probably just keep calling them full arts. It's really been growing on me, and I gotta say that it does mesh very well for like card to card. I like how like your attachments or enchantments from other game have a different framing on them, of course, and then your spells, or I think they're called events in this game, if I remember correctly, right? Have it like they look upside down compared to the other one. So it's a lot of fun. I think they've done a good job at putting this all together. Ooh, there's our rare. And oh, there we go. Let me see this one up close. This was another limited all-star. Let's see if we can get this up. This is our first foil Gamorrean Guards. A 4/4/4, as it were, that very easily gets Sentinel, and that is our foil. So again, maybe not the most exciting foil hyperspace to get or full art to get, but still really cool to open. But again, goes to the point of, hey, if you really want to complete all of those, there's going to be 4 different ones in total. And again, I doubt it's going to happen because the showcases are 1 per 12 boxes, but always want to just kind of flip it over to the leader and see if we get anything good. So red is going to be your aggressive color. Yellow is going to be more combat tricks. There's also neutral cards, by the way, which I don't think I need any more of those for my playset. Let's see. We got blue is more control. So it does lend itself very well to if you've played other just like trading card games in general. He's a rare, right? Yep, Count Dooku. Needed that for the deck as well, which is nice. You've played other trading card games that uses a color system. You are going to be very at home here, right? So if you know that you like red aggressive strategies in other games, spoiler, you're going to like it here as well. Oh, there we go. Here is the, whoop, or not, as it just goes to the bottom, but there is the Sabrine. Let's get this on camera really quick. I know this is one that a lot of people are excited about, but on attack, deal 1 damage to each base. So again, very aggressive. It has 5 health early on, which can be very difficult for a lot of decks to remove. And then on its leader side, just rest it, take an action, deal 1 to each base, right? So you are the aggressor. You're out there to, just race down your opponent before they can stabilize. And because you are playing so many low to the ground threats early on, it can be really difficult for them to come back, because in this game, you can attack anything of your opponent's, but there is summoning sickness, and the way that you get to steal initiative, so you get to, attack first, as it were, on the following turn. Ooh, that is... Okay, this might be my favorite. It's because it's a light card. Okay, so I was going to say this until the end, but a lot of the hyperspaces I personally haven't been, like, the biggest fan of. Like, yes, it's nice that they're full art, but as you might have noticed, I've covered a lot of Japanese trading card games on this channel, and the full arts in Japanese trading card games are just light years better, in my opinion. Like, no contest, higher rarity foiling and everything, just way better over there. But this, because it's the light background and because it meshes well with everything, this has got to be, like, this in foil's got to be gorgeous. But, like, again, some of the other ones where you still have the overly white text box or something that's basically a vanilla, right? Like, it doesn't mesh as well. So, yeah, I really like that one. Just a little side deviant there. Or deviation, I should say. General Krell and Cell Block Guard for our foil. I got so distracted by the shiny. I forgot where else I was going with that. But yeah, the showcases being the major hits that you want. And I think I've seen some of those go for like 200. Again, I got to get these in the right order. If that wants to focus, there you go. If you've dealt 3 or more damage to an enemy base this phase, draw a card. And you do draw 2 cards a turn in this game, and then use 1 resource from hand to put into your energy. And that's something that I've kind of had to readjust on. Like, when I started learning the game, I was like, oh man, my 3 favorite words in a card game are draw a card, right? Coming from a, lifelong control and blue player, I just love drawing cards. However, in this game, it just does not feel as good because you're drawing 2, and especially because the more aggressive strategies generally just stop putting cards into their resource, past like 5, because they can play everything. Suddenly just drawing 2 a turn are pretty insane. Seventh Sister and... Ooh. Okay, this one is pretty nice too. So we got another foil. This is a uncommon. It has Sentinel, which means they have to attack it. And then when this unit is attacked, you get to ready him. So this is actually pretty interesting because, again, the way it works is that your units come into play rested. So if you have the initiative, which means you get to make the first action, you now get to play Chewbacca rested. They have to attack into it, which is going to restand him. And then he can attack that turn into something else. I'm not sure, like 5 costs 6 health. I'm not sure how well that's going to line up, but that's actually a pretty cool hyperspace to open. And that's more of like, I just want to have that for my collection thing. Maybe I'm not like the most excited to play it because I don't know much about cunning, if I'm going to be honest. It's like the one that I haven't really looked into, but something that I'll have to see if he can make its home in a deck, or it's just going to be a token I use for other games. Oh, there we go. Another full art base. Oop, there it goes. The command center. So I'm going to put that off to the side. So that is now our second one. But yeah, to use the, and forgive me, again, lifelong Magic player, but blue, black, green looks to be my favorite from a, control deck and what I'm going to be starting with. But the thing I do like in this game is that there is a lot of deck building flexibility that they give you. So that is really nice to see. Gideon and Infantry. So again, just kind of stacking my rares in the middle. So I think long term, it's a set one. Every card game ever is going to have the set one problem, right? Where you just don't have a deep enough card pool. That said, and we've already seen IG. Oh, there we go. Capital. We got another. Boop. There we go. Another hyperspace base off the top. I think this game is going to be really good in a couple more sets. Once the card pool deepens, you get more leaders, and you have the ability to really min-max kind of where you're leaning into in the various... Oh, there's something shiny back there. The various colors, right, and what they can do. So there are some... Ooh, maximum firepower. Like another good card that helped me out in limited quite a bit. And again, so like this one, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Let me know your comments below. But because it's so dark in the text itself, like... that looks good. And if this was a Japanese trading card game, like, it would be all full art, and the rest of this card would have like this beautiful blue sky. And then, oops, sorry for knocking the camera. It had this beautiful blue sky and like a little bit of light text. And instead, we got all this. So again, 100% personal preference. I'm still going to talk about it though, because it's something that definitely sticks out to me. And you can go watch some of the other box openings that we've done on this channel and how I'm feeling about it. But, oh, wait, did I miss? Oh, sorry. Actually, I've not seen this card yet. Regional Governor. Name a card when this unit is in play. Opponents can't name the... Meddling Mage. Cool. All right. It's also a 2-drop. Love that. And we did see this guy. But hey, getting a foil is always welcomed. So again, that's kind of the interesting point to see like where the community is going to react in terms of... Spoiler, another Chewbacca. Do you want non-foil full arts? Do you want foil not full arts? Do you want foil full arts, right? There's going to be a lot of options for the community to choose from. So I guess that's maybe the other question that we'll have in those that want to respond in the comments. But like, are you going to be a full art gamer? Are you going to be a non-foil gamer? Like, what type of bling are you going to be putting in your decks? Because if you've seen my Fusion World post, I've just ended up getting max rarity for blue, because that's my favorite color that I play in card games. Again, I'll be playing a blue-based deck in this game as well. So I'm very excited to get some of those. But, thinking about what full art Vader is going to cost, probably not going to be, not be for me. Ooh, the General. And this is one that I know a lot of, or a few different decks are playing with the Trooper synergy. But again, foil, but not full art. All right, I think we're about halfway through the box now, so we're going to just start speeding it up on some of these leaders. Again, feel free to pause as we're going, just so you can read some of the cards. And of course, if I see something that, did well in sealed for me, or something that's really, there's another hyperspace, excited for about otherwise, I'll definitely make sure to comment, but otherwise... Okay, again, not all the arts for me. That one, let's see how close this lets me really, it's not it. But again, the vast majority of the artwork has really grown on me. It's a trap and then a basic enchantment basically for the foil. I think it's good. And while I would love to open up a showcase to, well, get one and show it off on camera, I really do think the showcases are... Darn, I was hoping to will it in existence like I did the IG-88, and we did not get there. But they look really, really great, so make sure you go check out some of the other box openings that are out there to go see them, or just check the Facebook group, which I will have a link in the description for as well, because I know what other people want to get. Oh, nice. I now have all 4 versions of this very specific card, because I opened the foil version Hyperscape of this and the foiled non-hyperspace version of this. So that is going to be my little meme that I keep for myself about the rarity situation, as it were. Redemption. I really hope this card ends up being good, because I just love it. And then Disarm, which is just not doing much for us. But again, it is a foil per pack. It is random what we get. So, ooh. There we go. Another, looks like we did get another leader. Actually, I did not open this leader in the other box. Oh, it is a rare. My bad. It is a rare, which I don't think. No, you're a common. Okay, so most of the cards, when they're a rare or legendary, will have like the watermark or security tag, I should say, on them. But I didn't see it on the other ones, or it is on the commons, but not on commons of the other cards. So we will flip this over, show off the full art version. And again, it's probably just because it's the blue in the blue background. It's very light. It's very fun. Like this to me is a good hyperspace. Like I really love how this one shines together, and also a really fun leader. So I'm gonna put that off to the side. That is my leader stack. Pretty sure I got one of those already, and that can go to the side. But yeah, this game is best of 3. There is sideboarding, so we love that. There will be promos available at your LGS. And the store locator, I believe, is now actually working on the website, so go check that out as well. And there will be some more announcements about other events that are coming up. So I forget which one is... oh, we got 2 of them back to back. So now there is Chewbacca, and you can see this one is a common, but still has a stamp. And then there is the Chewbacca. But yeah, the promos are exciting. It's good to get people into the store. So definitely, again, talk to your LGS, find a store near you. And again, at least locally, there's been a lot of Flesh and Blood players who are, not quitting Flesh and Blood, but are, going down to like a deck or 2 and then also getting into Star Wars. So for those of us in Michigan, we used to have a really big Flesh and Blood scene. And it unfortunately just kind of died off with some of the choices that LSS has made. Oh, is that a... Ooh, that is a foil legendary. Okay. I don't even know what the rarity... I have the breakdown here, but okay. I don't remember this one seeing play off the top of my head, but hey, you know what? It is a good thing to open. Again, someone's probably going to pay for the hyperspace version of it instead of the regular foil. But hey, if that can help offset a little bit of a box, we absolutely take it. So again, down here in the corner, you can see the L. It has like the base foiling. All right, I'm going to actually just read it. You may, when played and when defeated, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw 3 cards. The 6 cost is rough. I feel like this is probably going to be too high for the... I don't think the aggro deck runs. I wish I would have looked at the list because I've been so busy with the Fusion World celebrations. I don't have it off the top of my head, but something we'll have to circle back to. But one, again, that I think is... it's always good to open foil legendaries, help offset the cost of the box a little bit, and kind of go from there. Again, just kind of going through these a little bit. Ooh. Tie Advance. I don't have to see now. Give 2 experience tokens, another for the Imperial Unit. Okay. Shot first, so we have another hyperspace. Oh, we have another one in the back. Ooh, Open Fire. Okay, so just good removal. Obviously, in limited, removal is a staple. This won me so many games. So we love to see it. So that is going to go here. So again, getting 2 of them in a box, or in a pack, I should say, does feel pretty good. But we have... Did we get a legendary early and I just forgot? Now I'm like, hold on, did we get one in this pack? I'm gonna go through the stack really quick. I thought I pulled these all out. Yep, that is a rare as well. I'm like, I don't think I... Oh, wait, yeah, right. It was the command. So we have 1 chance left in the box. And we have Han Solo. Again, so some of the artwork is can be hit or miss. Oh, that is a rare leader. I guess I'll put that off to the side. But leaders, definitely ask your locals. I'm sure people will have extra of them. It's not that hard to open them, and plus if you get 1 or 2 boxes like I did, you're gonna have access to every leader and can kind of go from there. So I haven't done the breakdown yet of what okay. This is all right. I was talking crap about my other box not being exciting to open, and this one is just giving us a lot of treats, I guess. So Chopper for the rare, Vanguard Ace, which was upside down, and a Rebel. I probably should have put this off to the side to be a little bit better, but we have that. We have our base. Oops, I'm trying not to like lose my stack over here. Get this back on frame. So by now we've seen a lot of the common, uncommon repeats. But again, getting the hyperspaces are always nice. Put that off to the side. There is another Sabine, the uncommon version, uncommon, and heroic sacrifice, and a trooper. Off to the side. Getting down to the last few packs here, still a legendary to go, and I guess there's always the wild spot or wild card spot of the foil. Okay, you've another upside down card. Got it. Power failure. Defeat any number of upgrades on a unit. Oh, Luke Skywalker for our last legendary, it looks like. And then an uncommon, Fighters for Freedom. So, I think Luke is better than what people are rating it. And maybe this is the universe talking smack on me for not hyping up blue. Or like the more heavy blue builds, but another Sabine. Luke is definitely not what we wanted to see. We wanted to see the Vader. Or any of the villain legendaries, to be honest. And I've whiffed now in 2 boxes. So, yes, that is a, buy singles over buying a box sort of thing. But you have to then ask yourself, are boxes worth opening? And they don't feel as good as Japanese trading card games, I'll admit. Again, that's probably largely because they are not made for limited, so you don't have to have like all the limited fodder in a set. So it's just more heavy hitters all the time versus where this game has a very good limited experience by comparison. So it is a bit of give and take, but it leaves you to I'm gonna be throwing away a ton of unplayables after this, or recycling, I guess, technically, that just, do not deserve a spot in the box, and I don't play limited, so. Ooh, another foil hyper, but again, like a 1/4 grit, that's not going to see play. How excited are you really to open that? Chewbacca and the base. Oop, I keep putting my hand too high, but again, quickly trying to go through these last 2 packs, but still want to make sure I got love this card, every card on camera, just in case there's something people want to go back to. So we have Bendu, which again, another double symbol, and the Admiral. All right, last pack. Can it be last pack magic? Probably not, but hey, we got some fun upside down cards at least, and nope. Looks like this box is also going to be a dud for us, unfortunately. But again, this is just like my days with Flesh and Blood, where you just want to end up buying singles instead of spending time getting... I did not know the bases could be in the back as well. So there are rare bases as well that have the full art on them. So that is kind of nice. You get an additional rare, it looks like, and then a foil uncommon in the back. So... we have, for our hits, we have our Luke Skywalker. If I can get this in frame. Again, restore 3, so he's going to heal 3 from your base on attack. We have the event, the double symbol green event in this case, where you get the double effects. And a foil, which now that I remember, it's supposed to be 3. So I'm guessing the foil, I don't think I missed anything. I'll have to go back and double check at the end, but it looks like the foil replaced one of our legendaries. So it's not an addition, it's a replacement. That feels pretty bad. There's no way that's right. Hold on. We're going to do this at the end of the video because that is a ultimate feels bad. Here, I'll do this on camera just so people don't try to, oh, you faked it for the video or something like that. But trying to do our hits here at the end. We're looking for a blue L. No. Maybe there's another foil. Oh, let me get this back in frame. Foil rares are always nice, though. Man, really? Let me make sure this is in frame again. These are all the hypers, which I feel like I would have freaked out if I got a legendary hyper. Nope. There you go, folks. That is every pile that's in front of me, and I didn't put off any of the cards to the side other than the Avenger, which was in my first box. So just for the sake of, hey, again, keeping everything on as possible, these are my hits from the first box: Avenger, Cunning, and Mace Windu. So yeah, overall, not great. The game is great. The boxes are not. Buy at your own discretion. But overall, again, it is something that I'm having fun with locally. So I will have to buy a number of singles to finish out my deck. And that's totally fine, right? At the end of the day, support your LGS. Make sure you buy singles from them if they're opening for singles. You know, if you like the foil versus the non-foil but full art, make sure to talk to locals as well. Try to get some trades in, right? I will say, at least if you have a good locals, there's probably some really positive trading you can do. So again, hopefully in the near future, there will also be a versus video up on the channel just to walk through some of the gameplay. And again, more for like a TCG archive, because we are coming up on a 10-year celebration of covering games. And then as well as like some type of meta report whenever the first larger event is, just so that you now and in the future can go back and look at some deck lists and get an idea of kind of what to play and build your decks from there. So with that, my friends, stay safe, stay hydrated, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.